Lakshmi, come let's play.
Hey, shall we play Ringa Ringa?
Yes.
Ringa Ringa roses, pocket
Lakshmi,
full of
come here.
Ringa Ringa roses, pocket full
Lakshmi,
of
come here. Lakshmi, you are a big girl now. How many times have I told you not to play outside, that too with boys?
Why, Ma? What is the meaning of becoming a big girl?
You're asking too many questions now. Go and sit in that corner quietly.
Namaste, I'm Lakshmi's school teacher. Why has Lakshmi not been coming to school lately?
Lakshmi is not keeping well.
Why? What happened?
Madam, our Lakshmi has become a big girl now. How can we send her to school?
Oh, is that all? That is good news. Lakshmi is a smart girl and a good student. Discontinuing her education for this reason is not right. To impart awareness on menstruation, tomorrow Asha will be coming to school. You must bring Lakshmi and make it a point to be present.
Okay, madam, we will come.
Namaste. All the mothers have brought their daughters to school today. I'm very happy to see that. This is Asha. She has come here to give us awareness on menstrual hygiene. Children, say namaste to Asha madam.
Namaste, namaste. Children, shall we begin now? In nature, every day the sun rises and provides light. If we plant a small seed and water it daily, as the days go by, it grows into a big tree. Once it becomes a tree, it provides fruits and flowers. In the same way, a girl child too grows up playing in a cradle, going to school to learn, playing with her friends, and eventually she grows up to be a woman. This is the way of life. Just as a plant grows into a tree, a young girl too grows up to be a woman. During this time, several changes take place in her body. These changes begin when girls attain puberty. This is the rule of nature and the way in which nature works. This is normal. Today, let us learn more about menstruation. It is likely that all of you have several doubts and questions related to this topic. I have come here to clarify your doubts and to impart awareness on how hygiene can be maintained. First, shall I ask you a question? What is the age between which girls attain puberty?
12,
13.
14 years.
Right. A young girl can attain puberty anywhere between 9 to 16 years of age. It is only during this time that she will first notice bleeding from the vagina. Do you wonder why the age in attaining puberty is so varied? There are several reasons for this. Normally, 2.5 years after breasts begin to develop, a girl attains puberty. In some cases, the girl attains puberty at the same age as her mother. In other cases, it depends on the physical development of the girl. The changes that occur in the body during this time include enlargement of breasts, increase in the hip size, and hair growth in the underarms and above the vagina. These events occur between 10 to 16 years of age. During this time, each month, blood is discharged from the body, right? Now, how much bleeding would be considered as too much? Do you know when we must see a doctor?
We don't know, miss.
If you have to change more than one pad or cloth within 1 hour, or if bleeding lasts for more than 8 days, or if your body feels tired and exhausted, it is best to consult a gynecologist immediately. During menstruation, women lose 2 to 4 tablespoons of blood per month. That is, between 30 to 60 ml of blood loss.
Asha madam, my daughter got her last period 3-4 months back. It has not happened again. What could have happened? Is there any problem?
Don't worry, this is not a cause for concern. In the first 2 to 3 years after a girl has attained puberty, menstruation could happen in an irregular manner. This is normal. In fact, very young girls sometimes menstruate only 3 or 4 times in a year. Usually, it will normalize after a couple of years. This is not a problem.
Asha miss, they say that the blood that is released during menstruation is bad blood. Is that true?
No, dear. Menstrual blood is certainly not bad in any way. During menstruation, toxins or impurities are not released from the body. When pregnancy does not happen, then the unwanted blood, along with the inner lining of the uterus, is released from the vagina. Some girls may never menstruate their entire life, yet this is not dangerous to their life. Therefore, it is certainly not bad blood.
Miss, if it's not bad blood, why does it smell?
No, menstrual blood in itself does not have any bad odor. Menstrual blood is no different from blood in the rest of the body and has the same components. But once it comes out of the body, it comes in contact with the cloth or pad and air, causing chemical reactions to take place which result in the bad odor. This can be prevented by changing the used cloth or pad every 6 to 8 hours.
Asha madam, during her period, my daughter experiences severe stomach ache, backache and many other body aches. What is the reason for this?
You're right. During menstruation, due to the excessive production of certain chemical hormones, we experience such aches and pains. Usually, 5 to 7 days before a period or during a period, many girls experience stomach ache, stomach cramps, excessive bleeding, backache, leg pain, irritation, anger, depression, and tiredness. These things happen. This is quite normal. The following methods can be used to bring some relief to the above problems. The first method is to fill a bottle with warm water and wrap it with a cloth and place it on the area that aches. Secondly, by gently massaging the aching portion of the stomach, you will experience some relief. The third is a home remedy. Add ginger or cumin in hot water and drink it slowly. The fourth point is that during menstruation, girls must consume food rich in iron, especially those who are anemic should have food such as drumstick leaf, green leafy vegetables, ragi, other vegetables and fruits. Since these have less sugar and more fibrous content, they should be consumed in larger quantities. Also, the salt intake must be reduced. Now, I have another question for you. How many days should a period last for it to be considered normal?
5, 3, 4 days.
All the answers are correct. Usually, bleeding lasts anywhere between 3 to 7 days and at times it could vary slightly. Every girl should be aware of the date when her period is likely to begin so that she can come prepared beforehand by carrying a sanitary pad in the bag, isn't it? So then, how do you know your expected date? By calculating menstrual cycle. One menstrual cycle is counted from the first day of one period to the first day of the very next period. For most women, a menstrual cycle lasts around 28 days, with a lesser cycle of 22 days for some to a longer cycle of 45 days for others. Thus, the menstrual cycle might vary.
Asha madam, sometimes instead of blood, some white discharge is released. What could that be?
Yes, dear. Every woman experiences white discharge from the vagina a few days before or after menstruation. This is normal. However, if this discharge has a bad odor or a slightly different color, or if too much is released, then it is best to consult a gynecologist. To avoid such problems, girls must clean their vagina and surrounding parts and take a bath every day. Hope you have understood. Now we shall learn why and how menstruation occurs. Nature has bestowed a wonderful and unique gift only upon women, the ability to create life. A woman becomes capable of bearing a child only after she starts menstruating. Take a look at this picture. This is the female reproductive system. The central portion is called the uterus. On either side of it are the two ovaries. Several thousands of eggs are present in each ovary. Every month or every 21 to 40 days, one egg is released from any one of the ovaries. This egg then travels through the fallopian tube and enters the uterus. This process of the egg being released from the ovary is called ovulation. As the egg enters the fallopian tube, the inner walls of the uterus are lined with a soft layer. This layer comprises of several tiny blood vessels. Only after a woman has developed mentally and physically, that is, after the age of 18 years, it is recommended to get her married. Just as women have eggs, men have sperms. Once there is sexual contact between a man and a woman, the woman's egg and the man's sperm come together in the uterus and the process of giving birth to a child begins. The inner layer of the uterus is filled with nutrients to help the growing baby. But in case the egg and sperm do not unite, then fertilization does not take place and the inner lining of the uterus comes out of the vagina as menstrual blood. This bleeding period is called menstruation, and this entire process is called a menstrual cycle.
Asha miss, during periods, should we use cloth or a sanitary napkin?
You can use either of the two as per your preference. You could use a cloth or you could use a pad. But first, let us learn how to use the cloth correctly. A large piece of cotton cloth should be folded multiple times and lined on the undergarment, or else tie the folded cloth around your waist and wrap it over your private parts. The cloth should be changed 3 to 4 times a day or more if bleeding is heavy. Even if the bleeding is less, the cloth must be changed within 8 hours. If not, it could lead to infection. Now let me tell you how to wash the cloth and keep it clean. The used cloth must be washed in hot water using soap and dried in bright sunlight. Usually, women have the habit of washing and reusing the menstrual cloth. But if this cloth is washed using insufficient water or without soap and then dried in the absence of sunlight, it could affect your skin and lead to skin infections, rashes, or other diseases. The cloth you use should not be used by anyone else. The cloth should ideally be discarded once every 2 to 3 months and replaced with a new cloth. Girls who go to school or college find it inconvenient to use cloth. Besides, using the same cloth without changing from morning to evening becomes uncomfortable while in school or college. This is also not hygienic. It is for these reasons that school and college-going girls find it convenient to use sanitary napkins. Such sanitary napkins are meant for a single use, after which they have to be discarded. A sanitary pad is made of 3 layers. The bottom layer comes in contact with the undergarment and it is made of plastic. The middle layer has the ability to absorb the blood flow and prevent leakage. The upper layer of the sanitary pad comes in contact with the body. This layer helps to keep the skin dry. I'll now show you how you can use a sanitary pad. Remove the glued paper from the bottom of the pad and stick it to the undergarment. One pad must only be used for about 6 to 8 hours. After that, it must be changed.
Asha miss, how should we dispose the used pads?
That's a very good question, dear. Used sanitary pads should be wrapped in any old paper and thrown into a dustbin. These dustbins are anyway emptied every day along with other garbage, right? In villages, it is possible to bury the used sanitary pads in deep pits and cover it with mud. For any reason, you must never throw sanitary pads in water bodies, drains, or in the toilet. The plastic in the pad will not dissolve in water and the cotton will swell up and block the toilet pipes. Here is a point to be noted by the school staff. In order to dispose the pad, the school or college staff should ensure that the toilet has a dustbin and all newspapers are made available for easy disposal. Now, let us learn about personal hygiene during menstruation. During menstruation, girls must wash their vagina and surrounding areas and keep them clean at all times, else it will result in infection. It could also cause rashes and bad odor. After passing urine, motion, or changing the cloth or pad in the toilet, you must always ensure that your hands are washed thoroughly. After passing motion, you must wash yourself from front to back. This is so that you prevent bacterial infection and stay clean and healthy. Make sure that you change the pad or cloth that is used daily 4 to 5 times. Otherwise, again you may have bad odor or infection. While disposing the used pads, it should be covered with paper before disposal. The cloth and the undergarment must be changed frequently. Use soap or soap powder and wash thoroughly in hot water. To prevent infection, dry the cloth and the undergarment in sunlight. Dry it only in an open, airy space. Do not hide it under some other cloth or dry it inside the house to prevent others from seeing it. When the stained pad or cloth rubs against your inner thigh, it might cause rashes and you may have difficulty walking. If this happens, use cream, oil, or powder on that part of the skin. Every girl must have 3 or more undergarments. And you must only use a dry undergarment. Otherwise, skin irritation, rashes, odor, and infection may occur. Lastly, it is your responsibility to take care of your body. Eat well and exercise regularly. During menstruation, playing, running, riding a bicycle, or any other physical activity need not be restricted as long as you don't feel any discomfort. Regardless of whichever activities you undertake during this time, make sure that it does not harm your health or affect your hygiene. Menstruation is certainly not an impure process and menstrual blood is not bad blood. It is a natural process created to help women bear children. I hope that you have all got the right answers and information about menstruation. Have you?
Yes, madam. Yes, miss.
All right. Thank you all. Namaste.
Thank you, miss.